What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday. Welcome to a new and special episode of Transcending the Culture. I am your host for tonight, James. I'm missing my cuz, I'm missing my girl, I'm missing my partner, Cat Queen. I wish that she was here. Cat Queen, if you are watching or if you get in the comments or whatever, just know that I miss you being here. You know, I don't do super well in my mind by myself. So this is really, really dope, though. I am very, very excited to be here with our guest tonight. Y'all see this beautiful woman. I'm gonna say to my left, but I don't know. I can never get that right with these screens and all. Yeah. Anyway, listen. I am super excited to have this beautiful young lady here on the platform. She is like family. Ain't no like. She is family to me. Um,
Okay.
the things that I have been able to do in this media industry, um, I will say over the last 10, 11, 12 years is 99% because of this woman who is on the screen with me. Um, Tonight is very, very special because she has an amazing project in store for you guys. And it's really good for me. So that I know that it's going to work very well for you all once you know what it is and you are able to check it out. So let's go into my little intro that I put together for tonight because I'm trying to do it, big style over here. So tonight on Transcendent
Okay.
Culture, we are honored to welcome a woman whose journey is defined by resilience, by faith, and by purpose. Our guest tonight is none other than the amazing and the fabulous Coko Lynn, an accomplished author, booking agent, talent manager, publicist, my publicist, actress, model, business consultant, and the CEO of Bright Star Talent Management LLC. Who y'all know that have all that many jobs besides a Jamaican? And I don't think she's Jamaican, but she is definitely doing her thing. With over 25 years in the entertainment industry, Coco has built a career that has been rooted in integrity and perseverance and an unwavering commitment to uplifting others. She is also the author of the powerful and deeply personal book, I Was Manifesting and Didn't Even Know It. So, that, as you have probably figured, is what we are going to be talking about tonight. This is a story that takes readers through abuse, through healing, faith, hope, success, and ultimately freedom. Through her truth, Coco reminds us that manifestation is not just about dreaming, it's about surviving, believing, and doing the work, even when the path is not clear at all. Tonight's conversation is about healing, self discovery, and recognizing the strength that we've all had all along, even when we didn't realize it. Family, please join me in welcoming a woman who truly embodies growth, grace, and purpose. My publicist, welcome Coco Lynn to Transcending the Culture. What's up? What's up, boss?
I love that intro. Oh my goodness. I love
Listen,
it. I love it.
I'll be trying to do a Shannon Sharp style, but I need people to know that I am not Shannon Sharp. I ain't trying to be Shannon Sharp because I am one of one. But I'm trying to do the thing over here. So I'm glad that you did like that. Um, first of all, as always, welcome to the platform. And
Thank
obviously,
you.
it's not your first time being here on the platform, but I think that tonight is super, super, super special because you have this book I was manifesting and didn't even know.
Yeah.
And to me, it's amazing. And you already know that I haven't had an opportunity to read the whole book, so like I'm so ready to really sit down and dive into the book because there's so much that obviously I have known about you, but then I know that
Mm-hmm.
there's so much that I don't know. And it's like as I go through, I be all over the place. So as I go through things and then you start telling me stuff and start walking me through stuff, it's like, damn, like she really done went through some of this shit, or she really done went through all of this shit. And just to hear
Yeah.
like the backstory and even in me doing the intro and just knowing all of the stuff that you've written about in this book, I'm like, I know it's a good read, but it's something that especially for somebody like me who deals with depression and being up and down and all over, like it's good for that. So
Yeah.
I would love for you to just kind of jump in or dive in and really obviously introduce yourself, but then tell everybody about the book.
Yeah, and you said it perfectly. It's a not only is it a good read, but it's a easy read. Like literally you can read this in one day. Um, and the purpose of this book is to overcome trauma, deal with your mental health, the power of prayer, and the power of manifestation. In a nutshell, I was listening to Les Brown, and he said, everybody has a public life, a private life,
Hmm.
and a secret life.
Uh-huh.
So when you read this book, again, it's giving you all the tools that you need to overcome trauma, deal with your mental health, power of manifestation, and the power of prayer, and to just be aware that you are not alone.
Right.
You're not alone. People think that they're the only ones that go through different things.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say they think that they're the only ones, and I am guilty of that. Like a lot of times I have gone through stuff, and I'm like, ain't nobody else dealing with this kind of shit, or like especially at this age, like who the hell is out here still? But I'm surprised, to know how many people are really dealing with the same stuff. Um,
yeah,
and that's the average people. That's
yeah,
even, with me being in, this media industry now, and obviously being connected with a number of celebrities and stuff like that, you start to even
yeah,
see that even they are
yeah.
going through a lot of the same shit, if not
They
even
are.
worse than
Yes.
what you're going through.
And I am real big on mental health. You see my mental health breaks where I give people advice on mental
I
health.
love I love
It's
when you do that.
it's so deep right now. Going back to what you were saying, as far as like even celebrities are coming out about the mental health that issues that they've been dealing with and trying to overcome that. And I think that's a great thing that they're speaking out because a lot of people, they look up to these celebrities.
Yeah,
They'd rather hear it from a celebrity than
yeah.
they cousin Joe dealing with mental health. Like, oh, that's cousin Joe. He going crazy. But to be able to hear that,
No,
as
it's just funny you said cousin Joe, he going crazy, but I mean, but
potential,
that's how the family, but that's how it be though.
yeah, that people just sweep it up under the rug.
Yeah,
And it's so important because now people are committing suicide because of their mental health. People are
yeah,
having nervous breakdowns because of
yeah,
their mental health.
yeah,
People are in deep depressions because of their mental health and the
yeah.
anxiety.
I
It's
just think
it
there's a lot more, and I can't really put my finger on it like all the way, but I just think that like today, in terms of the things that we as people go through versus the stuff that people went through years ago, like I just feel like not only is it's a lot of the same stuff, but it's still very much different. And
yeah,
then there's like so much more fallout now from things that happen, as opposed to what it was like years ago. And
yeah,
just like you said, a lot of people years ago, like they would sweep it under the rug. And what happened at home, stay at home, and we don't put our business out in the streets. And ain't nothing wrong with
right.
you. Like, yeah,
hmm It's
it's
it's sad.
yeah,
It's
it's
sad.
really like at what moment, what was the moment that you realized, that you really had been manifesting long before you even understood what the term manifesting was?
So I journal. So during the time that I was reading some of my past writings of me journaling, I was looking like, you know what? That was something that I actually thought about and that came to pass.
Yeah.
Or I spoke it, and next thing you know, it happened.
Yeah.
And I had a spiritual awakening, and I was like, man, I've been manifesting ever since I was a kid
Yeah.
and didn't even know it. The power of the tongue. That's why you have to be careful what you say and what you speak over your life, the things that you say to different people, because it can truly come to pass.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you can manifest things that you don't even want to happen. I talk about it in the book, the good, the bad, the ugly, you know, success. Like you manifest different things that you'll be surprised when you think back, like somebody's like, I got a headache,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, you're focusing on that headache, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, you start having headaches every single day because that's all you're thinking about is, oh, I got a headache, or in a relationship, you know what, he probably gonna end up cheating on me, or she probably gonna end up cheating on me.
Right.
Just speaking it into existence,
Yeah.
and
And
then
then
come to find out you
I was gonna
later
say, and
on
then when you say that stuff out loud, and people start
out loud,
like,
yeah, and then you done got cheated on. You speaking it into existence.
yeah.
So you really have to be careful what you speak over yourself, and even what you speak over other people, your children, family, friends, because the power of the tongue, the powerful thing.
So, like, how long have you actually been working on this book, and why was now the right time for you to, tell your story?
So I should have wrote this book years ago, like literally years ago. And I think the hardest part about it is when you write about your trauma, you're reliving those emotions. And when you're writing about your life, it's like, what should I write about? How should I start it off? What should I say? So I battled with myself for a very long time, for years. I've had family members and friends like, you need to write a book, you need to tell your story. And I just didn't even know where to start.
But it's funny
And
you say that, because even with me writing my book, it's like sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've gotten so much written, and then I'll scrap it and start over. But yeah, you be in a place where it's like you don't know where to start.
you don't even know where to start. You don't know where to start. And last year, literally, I wrote this book in 4 months.
Okay.
I had a situation where I was really, really going through it mentally. It was so many things that just happened back to back to back. And the, s- the mental stress was so strong that literally I thought I was having a heart attack and went to the emergency room. And I was laying in that hospital bed and I was praying and speaking life over myself, like, whatever is wrong with me, I am healed by his stripes, just praying and just speaking life over myself. And the Spirit of the Lord spoke to me and said, it's time. It's time to write your book. And at that moment, when I was released from that hospital, that next day, I said, okay, I'm going to focus on dedicating an hour or two a day and just try to knock out a chapter until I feel like enough is enough and it's done. And that's exactly what I did.
Okay. So 4 months you were able to get this book done. In what ways? In what ways do you feel like it transformed you, like writing the book?
It transformed me because I realized how much I healed and how much I've grown throughout the years. Sometimes you just don't see the growth. Other people see it. Um, and then just realizing that you've healed from certain situations in life, and that was what showed me at that moment.
Yeah. Like, can you give us an example from, anywhere in your life where you feel like you were, you were manifesting something that you didn't realize?
Man, it's been so it's been so many moments.
I'm sure.
It's definitely been so many moments. Um, I did a vision board one year, and literally everything that I had put on that vision board, I had manifested in my life. And I didn't even realize it until a year later. You know how the memories pop up on on
On Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah.
or and that vision board had popped up, and I looked and I was like, wow. I looked at everything I had on that vision board, and I'm like, I manifested everything that's on that vision board.
Yeah.
Like, and didn't even know it. Like, didn't even realize, you
It's a,
know,
it's a, it's amazing how, and you speak of vision boards, which I really look at as a big part of manifestation, manifesting the future and, things to come or things to pass. It's amazing how when you put stuff on boards like that and you really see it through, like that, like it's like that, like it always comes to fruition. Like
yeah,
I have become a really, really big fan of just, and not just vision boards itself, but I think just putting things kind of in physical form, like writing it down, like writing stuff down and kind of putting a plan
yes,
together. Or like I have become a really big advocate of just writing it out, writing out a plan, because the more you have something concrete like that,
mm-hmm,
the easier it is for you to pull that kind of stuff off. I might have learned that.
it
I might
is.
have learned that from you. I don't know,
It is.
but
It really is. And to be able to go back and look at what you wrote, and it's like, man, wow, this actually happened. That's why journaling is so important.
yeah,
So and so important. And then it's a release too, as well, to be able to release your thoughts. Not only, just the things that you want to manifest in life, is releasing those thoughts that you have daily, because everybody is going through something at some point in their lives, you know, and it's a it's a good way to release thoughts. And that's how my book is. It's in journal format. Uh, so you have some pages. Some of the chapters are from my actual journal, and it gives people advice on as well, on how to journal and how to release those thoughts and how to manifest the things that you want in your life.
right. In this book you talk a lot about just trauma and abuse and the things that have happened in your life, like what gave you the strength to kind of relive all that stuff. You talk about bringing that stuff up and kind of reliving those emotions, like what gave you the courage and the strength to do that.
Because my testimony is to help somebody else. Is to help somebody else. Everything that I've been through in my life was not for me. It's to help somebody else, and to know that you can make it, you can get through it, you can survive, you can heal, you can overcome your trauma.
Mhm. Now, I think it's good to be able to go back and actually take yourself through and really relive live that stuff. Like that takes a lot of strength to be able to do that. Let's see. I think we got some comments in here.
It was a emotional roller coaster for me.
I
Those
can I
months
can I can
of me
imagine.
writing, it brought back, ooh, a lot.
Now, now, how did you get yourself out of that space? Like once you were done writing the book.
Uh, Through meditation, prayer, journaling. Yeah.
Now you've definitely. I think this book will do very well for you. you have taught me so much. Just to, like, every time I talk, like, I don't feel like I ever seen you or talked to you, and you was like in a bad headspace or in a bad mood, or if you was, you covered that shit up real good. Like, I don't know how you do it, and all the stuff that you have on your plate, like, how, like, and I ask you all the time, but I'll even say it again or ask again, like, how do you balance without kind of, losing it sometimes? Because, like, you deal with a lot of stuff, and I mean, just not even talking about the stuff that you're doing for yourself and your own career, but you
Hmm.
have, like, the lives and the careers of so many people in your hands, and you
Yeah.
have to deal with nasty clients and just mean clients and clients who bullshitting and playing it, like, how do you balance all of that without going off scales?
Uh, it's a it's a daily
Like,
it's a daily
like, who are you talking about? What a
it's a daily process. The daily process. Like as humans, we automatically think negative first.
yeah,
So we have
yeah,
to train ourselves. We have to train ourselves daily to think positive, even if we feel like it's a negative situation.
yeah.
And I start my day off right. Like I have to, because you never know how you're going to wake up. You know,
Mhm.
you may wake up motivated and hyped and ready to roll. You may wake up tired. You know, you may wake up stressed. So you have to change the mindset. And like I said, it's a daily process. So, you have to train yourself every single day to think positive in a
Yeah,
negative situation.
yeah,
And I'm training myself every single day to think positive because I want that positive energy back. So if
yeah.
I'm giving it, you know, that's what I want to receive back into my life.
Right.
So even in moments where I may feel stressed or may feel like I'm not balancing things or um, getting in that mode to where the anxiety is kicking in,
Right.
that split second, I'm talking to myself, no, we ain't about to go there. You
Yeah,
gotta you gotta flip that mindset. And
yeah,
once you're aware of how you feel and you don't want to feel that way, you gotta automatically turn it around.
yeah,
And just, I take a moment and take my deep breaths, turn on my motivational music or, whatever. If I'm in the car, whatever, I'm turning on my music, getting my mind back right, getting motivated. If I'm at home, I'll take a minute, meditate, pray, to get myself back in alignment.
right. Faith, hope, and spiritual alignment. Like, where does all of that come in at? And just in terms of everything that you have going on and the book.
It's very, very important to me. Very, very important to me. Uh, like I said, I'm a spiritual person and I thrive on, um, again, like I said, having positive energy around me. And I've been shown in so many different ways that God has blessed me. You know, I have no choice but to walk in gratitude every single day and to be hopeful and to be thankful and to be grateful. And sometimes it's easier said than done because we go through different things that, you know, get us into stress mode. But
Yeah,
again, like I said, we got to think back and be like, hold on, like I'm blessed to be able to wake up this morning and have another chance to live life and to do the things that I want to do and to achieve those goals and to create memories and those moments with family and friends. So it's very important again staying aligned and being grateful and having hope and knowing that things are always going to work out for our good, even
Yeah.
when we don't see it.
Yeah.
That's going back to having faith and manifesting, even when we
Yeah.
don't see it, we got to
Yeah.
know that it's
You
there
gotta
and
know
that
that
it's
you're doing
coming and walk
it.
in it.
And it actually ties into my next question because I really was just gonna say that, and you pretty much have answered it, but I really was just gonna say that a lot of times people, when life is happening and when these things are going on, people start to feel disconnected from God and from faith. Almost as if it's not gonna get better. And it's like, what do you say
Mhm.
to somebody who feels that disconnection?
I tell them my testimony
Yeah,
because it's going back to the unknown, just not knowing what's going to happen, and that's when the fear kicks in, the worrying kicks in, and you're right. So many people have been through so many different things that they they lost faith.
yeah,
They don't think that the things that they desire, or the situations that they're going through in life is going to change.
yeah,
So I tell them my testimony and try to give them hope to know that God is working behind the scenes on your behalf. You may not see it right now, but it's going to happen. And again, that's when the faith kicks in. You gotta have faith and just know that it's going to happen, even when you think that it's not.
yeah. Like, what kind of things were you able to do for yourself within, or what type of practices, I'll say, like, did you have that kind of helped you regulate your emotions during the difficult seasons?
Meditation, um, again, meditation, prayer, exercising, watching motivational videos. I watch Abraham Hicks a lot, Les Brown, Oprah. Just watching different motivate Denzel. uh, you have to. It was I can't recall who said it, but it's like, what are you feeding your mind? You know, what are you listening to? What are you watching? So I try to always make sure that I'm feeding my mind and that I'm listening to stuff that's going to inspire me, that's going to motivate me, reading books that inspire and motivate, doing different things, finding different things that I enjoy doing. Like, I'm an earth person. I like to hike. That's therapy for me. I like to do yoga. I love doing art. So I started to find out the things that I love to do that created that therapy for me, to help me to deal with different situations.
Yeah,
Journaling, praying, listening to music, exercising, a lot of those, seeing a therapist. That was one of my biggest things.
I need, listen, I need a new one bad. I need a new
um,
one bad.
Shout out to my therapist. She really helped me a lot to see different things that I was kind of holding on to.
Mhm.
Sometimes we hold on to trauma, and sometimes it's kind of hard for us to let go. And that goes back to the healing process. It was some things that I went through in my life that I was not healed from. I thought I was healed, but
Yeah,
I wasn't, because I was having, you know, certain things that would trigger, you know, and I realized, like, I'm really not healed from that, because if
yeah,
this right here can trigger me and it affect me in that way, I'm not totally healed. I have to let go of this. And once you truly let go, it opens up the door for you to truly, truly heal.
now, as far as obviously you've done various things, so therapy, um meditation, all the different things that you have done, but in writing this book, would you say that you have like a new sense or a newfound sense of freedom, like growth and freedom?
I do. I really do, because it's like a release.
You ain't see
It's
that
like
one coming because that wasn't on the list. So you
it's like a release, and it's like it's you cannot write your whole life story. That's why I was like, it was like kind of picking and choosing what I wanted to put in the book, and it is going to be a part two. So
okay.
you guys be looking out for part two after you read part one. There's a part
Promoting
two
part
coming.
two on the day that
There's a part two coming. Um, but yes, it was definitely it was a release. It was a
I just feel
release.
like writing in general as a whole, like it really just opens the door to so much freedom and just you releasing certain stuff and like
Yes.
me writing this book that I've been writing is like it's like it gives you a newfound sense of freedom. Um
Mm-hmm.
and just telling your story and just putting everything out there on the table and just let people run with it
And
and
just letting go. Yes.
just let people run with it. It's like
Yes.
a
And I'm
whole
so
new,
happy for you. I'm
it's
so
like
happy for you. Because I was telling you, I was telling you just like how everybody else was telling me, like you need to go ahead and write that book because
yeah.
you don't
And
know
I'm
who
I'm
you're
still
gonna
not
help.
finished, but I think even in
But you started.
it's therapeutic to you yourself. Like even
It
when writing
is.
it. Like it's not even out there. It's so much more for me to put in it and to get done with it. But I feel like that sense of freedom. Um
Yeah.
just in the stuff
Writing
that
and reading.
yeah.
Like reading is so therapeutic for me. I don't like to do the audio books. I don't even like doing Kindle. I like a paperback book.
It it it
Just the
depends. Like I
feeling
like
of the
some
book in my
audiobooks though.
hands.
Yeah. I like when
It
people
to each his own,
I
but
like when
this
people
right here,
actually not necessarily narrate their book, but I've seen some people who have like they've released a book and then they have the audio version, which in essence is really completely different from the book because they're not reading verbatim or word for word or anything like that.
yeah,
It's like telling stories, and I feel like D.L. Hewley did that with his. Um,
yeah. The
yeah, I feel
audio
like
version of my book is coming out.
okay,
Um, but yeah, to each his own. People like the audio Kindle,
yeah,
but just having the paperback book in my hand, turning the pages, being able to envision in my head the story of what's going on, falling asleep with the book in my hand. It's an amazing feeling to me. I just love it. And again, manifesting and didn't even know it, and just it brought me back to I loved reading as a kid.
yeah.
Like back in the day in elementary, if you read so many books, you'll get a coupon to get a personal pan pizza. And
The
I'm
scholastic statement.
like, exactly.
Yeah,
And I'm like, shoot, I'm getting that pizza, shoot.
yeah, yeah.
But
I used
during
to be
that
trying to get all the
time,
books and remember the
during
encyclopedia people used to be. Remember they used to be selling them encyclopedias. I'd be like, "Mom, can I
yeah,
get the encyclopedias?"
yes,
Yeah,
yes. And that's where it started for me.
yeah,
Just the love of reading.
yeah.
And that came back to my memory like, man,
It's very
I was
easy, I think, just with where life is and where technology is and all the stuff that we have out here, it's very easy to get away from reading books. But I do find that once I actually open a book and really start reading and get into it, it's like, okay, I dig this shit. Like this is actually really cool. So I get it.
mhm.
I absolutely get it. It makes perfect sense. Like I ain't gonna tell you what I was reading. It wasn't nothing crazy, but I mean I'm just saying like I done picked up some books and started reading and I'm like, damn, like this shit is really good. Like a lot of like the urban fiction books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can get into a lot of those, and I mean, a lot of them are, about women and they be in abusive relationships and just different stuff like that, and they in the hood and that, like a lot of the urban fiction books.
Hmm.
I do find that a lot of times if I pick those up and start reading, like I really will get into it, and then it's like, damn, you can't put this book down. So yeah,
Yeah, it be like that. It be like that. I love it.
yeah.
I love to fall asleep with a book in my hand. Like that that's when you know it's good.
When you think about connection and readers being able to reflect on the book, many readers are able to see themselves in the story. Why is shared experience, in your opinion, such a powerful healer?
Because people are gonna know that they're not alone, you know, that they're not the only one that's dealing with depression, anxiety, um, or that's been through different trauma in their lives. It's and it's also going to give them different outlets on how to deal with a lot of the things that they're going through when it comes to their mental health and the trauma that they've dealt with in life, and learning how to manifest and learning how to cope and deal with the issues that you have going on in your life.
Okay. So this next question is really a two-parter. So first part, what emotions do you want or do you hope for readers, to be able to feel when, when they read this book and then they close it? Like, what emotions do you want them to feel? And then the second part of the question, we often will ask people, what they want somebody else to get out of the book. What did you want, writing, I was manifesting and didn't even know it? Like, what is it that you wanted to get out of it for yourself?
You asked me two questions at once.
I know at, at
Which
one
should I
time.
answer?
At one
So as
time.
far as
So let's do the first
the
part.
as far as the emotions,
Yeah,
it's gonna be different emotions.
yeah,
It's gonna be different emotions because again, we're dealing with trauma, we're dealing with mental health, we're dealing with the power of prayer and having faith and the things that you want out of life. You're manifesting it in your life, your heart's desire. So it's going to be up and down emotions. But I really wanted people to be inspired after reading it, to know that they can to heal from their trauma. And again, going back to the power of prayer and the power of manifesting and just knowing that they can overcome their trauma, that they don't have to deal with it for the rest of their lives, and it don't have to affect your life in the worst way, because like I said, so many people now, they're committing suicide, they're having
yeah,
nervous breakdowns, they don't want to see a therapist and get help, they don't want to talk to people. So many people are suffering in silence, in silence.
yeah.
That's why I tell people, you do those wellness checks, because even the ones
And
that
that's,
you
and
think
that's,
are
that's important.
strong and you see them on social media, they you think they doing it, but suffering in silence
Yeah.
and don't
And
want
I
to tell
and,
nobody.
and I was one that was doing that for a long time before I finally said something. So now that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it
yeah.
makes perfect
It's
sense.
and nowadays it's we have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
youth
And
that
it's hitting them.
are
It's hitting them even
suffering.
worse. Yeah,
Yes. I mean, you have young 10, 12-year-old kids trying to commit suicide,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So it
You are absolutely right.
it's it's very important. We started a mental health movement, and we're gonna have a walk soon. I'm
Okay.
letting everybody know about that. But we gotta get the word out more on different outlets
Yeah,
that will help people deal with their mental health. Because
absolutely.
again, so many people are suffering in silence. And if more people know that they are not alone and they're not the only ones dealing with it, and that there is help out there and that you can overcome it, I think more and more people will start opening up
Absolutely.
and getting help, getting the help that they need.
Now, I think, when I think about when I think of this book and the power behind it, everything that it took to put this together, I think about a lot of the stuff that I do, on my end, just business wise, and things that I, you know, do that I feel are gonna, put me in a better place or make me happy and that sort of thing. But usually the motivation behind it is what it can also do for Elijah, and just him and his emotions.
Yeah.
In what ways, has this book been able to help your daughters? Because you got mini me's running around.
Yeah. My daughters have seen the power of prayer, the power of manifesting. They seen the vision boards, they seen the sticky notes, they seen me speaking affirmations, that I am strong, I am wise, I am, they seen it all. So it inspired them. And to just go back and hear the story, read the story, is motivation for them as well, to where in moments where they go through their situations in life, because being a mother, we want to, and even being a father, just being a parent in general, we always want to save our children.
Yeah,
We don't want to see them go through the
what
things
we
that
went through. Yeah,
we went through in life. Yeah. But they're going to go
yeah,
through, we can't stop that. But if they have the tools to be able to get through when they go through, they'll overcome it.
and I think that's to me that's what this whole book is about, is providing a tool for people to be able to use and to be able to look back. Like, I'm ready to read this book because, I mean, just manifestation in general is so much stuff that I feel like I've been manifesting, and I truly believe that a lot of things can happen simply by you speaking it into existence, and
Hmm.
really putting it out there in the atmosphere. So I think that I was manifesting and didn't even know it. I think it comes at the perfect time. I think it comes at the perfect time for everything that's happening out here in the world and in society.
Yeah.
And
You can
people trying
manifest
to do some new things.
sickness in your life. You can manifest love in your life.
Yeah,
You can
you
even
just have to
manifest
make sure
fear
that
in
you're
your life.
manifesting the right things.
That's why I said you have to be careful what you speak and what you're thinking. That's going back to what I was talking about,
Yeah,
about the headache. You keep
yeah,
talking, it's just you gotta be aware of what you're speaking into your life and even aware of what you're thinking, because if you keep thinking about negative stuff, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get
absolutely. Yeah,
negativity in your life.
absolutely.
If you're thinking positive, then you'll start getting positivity in your life.
Mhm.
Uh, when it comes to sickness, people manifest sickness in their lives.
Yeah, I firmly believe that. Um, how has this book opened new doors for you, just in terms of your overall mission and your message?
It's opened up so many doors because I feel like it's going to help so many people and it's going to inspire so many people. And it's going to let people know that they're not the only
Right.
one.
And to me, to me, that's what it's about.
That's what it's about every single
Oh,
day, every single day.
okay, okay. So now, listen, we all know that you do everything that you do it big. So what's happening next? Like what do we look to now? Now that the book is out there, and obviously
Mhm.
you are the cover girl, so you are on the cover of the new digital issue of UG Digital Magazine, which I always love when you do covers for us and for the magazine. So
Yes,
what's
that's out right now. That's out right now.
absolutely
So
well
what
tonight.
you
Tonight, because we
tonight.
purposely waited until we did had this conversation since we were supposed to do it a few days ago. So,
Yes. So
but
y'all
absolutely,
go to the website and
go to
view
the
the
website
article.
ugdigital.com and you will be able to get the full article, um, and so much more because
Yeah.
it is a full digital issue, so you will be able to get all of that, and then we will actually have the physical issue that then you can buy that online and all that stuff and have that printed out if you want to have that printed out. So that will be available as well. But what is there to look to now?
It's a lot to look forward to.
I don't.
I cannot spill the beans. But if you follow me on social media, on Instagram, it's booking agent Coko Lynn. That's CokoLynn. On Facebook, it's Coko Lynn, CokoLynn. Comfortable Conversations TV, Bright Star Talent Management. Just follow the pages so you can see everything that we have coming because it's a lot that's about to drop, and we are so excited. We're so excited about it. I am so excited.
Listen, I'm
So
excited for you. Um, obviously you've done so much for me, and just in terms of me, accomplishing so many things on my end. But I see all of the stuff that you are doing for yourself and the stuff that you're doing for others, and you are that girl. Like you have all like to me, you always been that girl. But I think that you're doing amazing. I think that I was manifesting and didn't even know it is again to me it's like the perfect tool to be out there right now because everybody's going through so much stuff and it's so easy to kind of fall off the wagon and be in that
mhm,
headspace that ain't shit gonna happen for me and like I keep trying and trying and trying and it's just not going right and so much stuff happening out there so like this is perfect like I don't think it could get any better.
yeah,
I
and it'll
appreciate
make
you.
people realize that they have been manifesting the whole time and didn't
Yeah,
know it, especially when
yeah,
you start thinking back to certain situations or
yeah,
having those epiphanies. It'll come back to you like, man,
yeah.
I said that was gonna happen, or
Mhm.
you know, I knew that, or I thought about that, and it happened.
And I
It's so
think
much
just
is gonna
looking
come
back,
up.
and I think just looking back at life in general, and the bad stuff that we have experienced or gone through, where we thought that it's all over, and then here it is 6 months later, and we on top of the world, or this is going good for
Mhm,
us, or whatever. And when you look back at some of the things that were going on, and really take the time to think about it, it's like, damn, that shit really worked out. Um,
mhm,
And I mean, I've
yeah,
seen some things, and I tell Elijah all the time, like, especially when certain stuff happens or certain things happen, and I'm like, listen, that was the power of, you speaking that into existence, or that was God right there. Like,
mhm,
because it wasn't me. And I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't me. Because if it was me, I would tell you it was me. And it ain't had nothing to do with me. Like that, was you praying. And sometimes you have to when things go good, and I say this all the time too, when things actually go good, sometimes you got to really think about it and think like, I really did pray for this, so like this is God answering my prayer, like
yeah,
this is what I prayed for,
mhm,
and this
yeah,
and it's happening. Like I've
yeah,
literally seen, and you hear people say it all the time, and you be like, bullshit, like stop it. But I have literally twice. I have literally come home to a check in the mailbox when I was trying to figure out how I was gonna pay something. Like
mhm,
when I tell you the way I was praying over this car insurance 2 months ago, and like
Yeah.
literally like, God, I need you to work this out because I cannot pay
Mhm.
another $600. This like I don't have it. Like I don't
Yeah.
have it. And what's getting ready? And I remember having a conversation with my mother and was like, well, you know what's gonna happen? We ain't gonna have no insurance after in a couple days because I don't have the money and I'm tired. I'm so sick of stressing about it. Like I'm tired. Like I don't know what else to say. I don't have it and I can't breathe.
Mhm.
So I don't know. And I don't know what. Well, I know what it was God, but I was gonna say I don't know what caused me to even try and get another quote from somewhere because just the prior month I had tried to get quotes from all these companies and the
Yeah.
insurance. Well, and we had this conversation. Like I had
Yeah.
tried to, I had gotten quotes, and the quotes were more than what I was paying already.
Mhm.
And I don't know what took me to State Farm. And when she told me like you bullshit. No, this ain't real. Like she was laughing because I was like, I don't want to give you my credit card information. I feel like you scamming. Like I feel like you a scammer, and like I would just die if I lose my money right now. Like I just can't. And digging and googling and researching, I'm like, damn, everything is actually checking out. She was like, we close at 1:30 because it was the day before Thanksgiving. She said, so we're closing at 1:30 because of the holiday. And in my mind, I'm like, who the hell closing at 1:30? And I'm Googling and I'd have looked the number up. And when I called and the voicemail picked up, or the voice service picked up, it was like, our office is closed due to the holidays. And it's like 1:45. And I'm like, hmm, okay. Okay, that checked out.
Yeah.
And, I'm texting and all this stuff. And then I'm like, I'm going to just go ahead and take a chance. And then I'm like, well, when can I actually log into State Farm and do anything once I make this payment or whatever? And she was like, oh, we can do it while you're on the phone or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And as she's doing it and I'm trying to log in, I'm seeing text messages come through with the insurance cards and all of that stuff. And I'm like,
Alrighty.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
that was God all day long, all day
Mhm.
long.
Yeah.
So I say that to Elijah all the time to really pay attention to what you are asking for and the stuff that you're praying for. And then as things are happening,
Yes.
like really pay
Yeah.
attention to the fact that
Yeah.
this is God answering my prayer and whatnot. I said,
Mhm.
this stuff is real, kid. Like I may not be the most spiritual, and I don't be at church, but
Yeah.
I'll be at
And
church,
that
but
and
when you
and
usher,
that's what they used to say, back back in the day in church. Be careful what you pray for,
yeah,
you know, because you might just get what you're praying for,
I,
that and then
listen,
those prayers, that's why I say even the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's just like, oh, you pray, ask God, like, God,
yeah,
show me if she cheating on me or he doing this or show me this, that, and other.
and then
Then
you're
he
gonna
show
find out.
you and
Yeah,
you find out, and it's
uh,
like, but again, faith and manifestation, it's the same thing.
yeah,
It
yeah,
works. It's
same thing.
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
And the power of the tongue, whether you're praying or you're speaking it out, you got to be careful what you speak over yourself, and
yeah,
you got to be careful of those thoughts
yeah,
because maybe it'll come to pass, and you'll be
absolutely.
sitting like, man, I was thinking about that, or I just said that, like,
Yeah, I've seen it all the time. I have absolutely seen it. So again, I think this comes at the perfect time. I love you. I appreciate you for putting this book out. I'm so
thank
excited to have
you.
you on the cover of the magazine,
Yeah,
which again, everybody can log on. Um, that will be available tonight. Um, I appreciate you. I
okay.
appreciate you
Thank
for
you.
this
I appreciate you too.
because listen, I'm tired, man. I got up at 5 this morning so I could go out and spark. And I'm
You a
tired.
hustler. You be getting it in. You be getting it in. You're
I'm
very
tired.
strong.
I done burnt the wheels off this Infinity. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I'm so tired. But I appreciate you. I love you. I know
I
you're gonna be back
appreciate
on
you
the platform
too.
again. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
What
for
is
having me.
what is the one takeaway that you want people to kind of walk away with after tonight?
After tonight, I want you to walk away with that you can have anything that your heart desires.
I believe it. I absolutely
You can
believe it.
have it. Speak it
I
into
absolutely believe it.
existence. Speak it every single day. Walk like you already have it, because it can happen
I
by faith,
absolutely believe
having
that.
faith, and manifesting it in your life. You can have anything that you want.
So Amazon, where all is it available for everybody to get?
Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere.
Listen,
You can get it everywhere. You can even DM me and I'll send it to you.
listen.
Um,
That's what's up. I'm proud of you because with all the stuff that you are doing, like you took the time to get this, and my goal is to get my book out this year. Um, and I'm self-publishing. Maybe
yeah,
maybe someday I'll be working with a publisher and somebody will put my book out or whatever, and I'll get a nice little check and all that kind of stuff. But now I'm
just
self-publishing.
do it.
Yeah, but
Do it.
my goal is to get my book out there this year. I appreciate you, obviously for everything that you do, but also for encouraging kind of the new direction of my life. Because a lot of the things that I'm doing now is like, I'll say stuff that has been manifested, but it's just stuff that I have always wanted, always had some interest in and wanted
Yeah.
to do,
Hmm.
and was fearful of what people were gonna say or what people was gonna think. And I just think, and being transparent, I think, with coming out and like all of that stuff, like I'm just in
Yeah.
that space now where fuck it, like what they gonna say?
Yes. Yeah.
And then after they say it, then what?
Right.
Then what? Like
Yeah.
I don't care no
It don't
more.
matter what you
And
do.
not that I
People
don't
gonna
care,
talk.
but I don't care. Like in this like life is short, man. Like you was in
Yes.
the hospital thinking you was getting ready to have a heart attack, and like life is short. It's
It
so much
is.
going
It
on out
really
here.
is.
You
You just
gotta
gotta do
you
it.
gotta do what you want to do. I was just telling Elijah, just in general, like, listen, you gotta do what you want to do to be happy. Like,
Yes.
if I fall off the face of the earth tonight, you gotta live. You gonna still be alive. You got to be happy. So like,
Yes.
don't be doing anything because you think that I'm gonna be mad if you don't, or that I want like,
Right.
and I don't want to say
Do
like
what makes
I
you
don't,
happy.
right. I'm like, I don't want to say like I don't give a shit, but I'm just like, you got to do what you have to do for you to be happy in the end.
Right.
Because if I'm gone tomorrow, tonight, or whenever, or if your mama gone tomorrow or tonight, you still gonna be here, and you got to be happy, and you don't want to be doing nothing that you don't want to do because you think that I'm gonna be mad at you, or you think that she gonna be mad at you, or we ain't gonna love you, or you ain't gonna, or we stop it. Like, do
Yeah.
what you want to do, and whatever you decide, I'm good. I support it. I'm happy. Like, you a good person. You a good kid. Like, you have done well. Like, you good. So,
Hmm.
but
And
I
that's
but I
good.
do think that
That's
this book
good.
is good. I'm gonna get this book for him too, because ain't no way I'm gonna buy it and then let him see mine, because I'll never get it back. So I'm gonna get this book for him too. I'm getting ready to put it in my Amazon cart in a minute.
Yeah.
Because I don't want no
Yeah.
freebies. I'm gonna put it in my Amazon cart so that I can support. And I appreciate you for coming on to the platform. I appreciate you for supporting everything it is that I do, and what little manifesting I feel like I do, it comes from you. I think that my positive spirit, when it is positive, I think that a
Hmm.
lot of that comes from you, and just the way that I maneuver. And even with all of the stuff that I'm trying to do now, and all of the extra
Hmm.
stuff that I'm adding onto the media side and everything, like, that comes from you. So you are teaching and showing and guiding in so many ways, and I love you and appreciate you for it. I tell you that
Thank
all the
you.
time, but it's really, really true though.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I look back to our to the magazine release party. Who was
Yes.
responsible for that? You. Like, and I was just in heaven, like, oh my God, like it's happening.
Yeah.
This shit is happening. Like, I
Mhm.
appreciate you. Like, I've been able to do so many amazing things because of you. So I am grateful. I wish you nothing but success with this book. I'm getting
Thank
ready to
you.
order 2 copies. Um, now that I done paid my my shark. Now that I've paid my shark, I'm gonna get 2 copies. And I'm gonna make sure that Elijah has a copy too. Um,
Yeah. It's definitely for it's for everybody.
yeah.
It's definitely for everybody.
And then what I'm
Everybody's gonna be able to get something out of
Oh yeah, absolutely. I without a doubt, I think that
it.
people are
Mhm.
absolutely going to get something from it. So Amazon, basically, it's available everywhere, so people can go to stores and get it. They can go to stores and get it. Are you going to be doing book signings or anything like that, or what's the plan?
I am. I am. So stay tuned.
Okay. Yeah, her keeping it all under locks. Ain't nobody playing with you, Coko Lynn. Ain't nobody playing with you, Coko Lynn. You supposed to put it out there. Nah, nah, I appreciate you. Any kind of
Sometimes
final comment?
you just gotta move in silence and pop out
You
on them,
do.
you know?
You do. Listen, that is a word. That is a word. You have to move in silence. You got to move in silence because it's always
Yeah.
somebody out there conniving and trying to steal it. So you have to move in
They're trying to
silence.
block,
Yeah,
trying to block
period.
something.
All the
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. Like I listen, this conversation is for off the air.
Right. That's a whole nother.
Yeah, this is a whole other. I was going to take it a whole other direction. I'm like, wait, this is for off the air. So I appreciate you. Any kind of final words to everybody?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Again, just again, the power of prayer, the power of manifestation, having faith and knowing that you can have everything that you want in life. Just believe. Just believe.
No, I think it's great. Listen, I thank you again. Thank you so much for coming on the platform. To everybody, I have seen people popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. Listen, we love y'all. I appreciate you guys for checking out this episode, and not just this episode, but everything else that we have. If you have been watching throughout the day, then you know that Open Letters to a Survivor was just on an hour or so ago. So you can always go back and watch that episode. You can go back and watch any of our episodes at UGD Podcasting and Radio.info. I appreciate you guys for supporting. Please make sure that you subscribe to the network. We need your support, and that is the best, the easiest, and the most cost-effective way for you to support because it don't cost you. So please subscribe to the network. Please share it. You see her. You see her doing all of that. She ain't
It
playing.
don't cost.
But yeah. We need y'all to subscribe to the network. And I've been seeing the subscribers going up. So we love and appreciate y'all, but we got to get more subscribers in here. We appreciate you guys. Trading Glue, I saw the check mark down there. We appreciate you for popping in. I know you were in on Open Letters to a Survivor as well. So thank you very much for supporting always. We got a lot more coming for you guys. Transcending the Culture is back on Wednesday. I know that today was a special day, so we didn't have Cat Queen with us, but Cat Queen, we love you. The two of us will be back on Wednesday. We have an amazing guest. We're going to start posting for that tomorrow. And I think we are out of here. Yeah, I think we're out of here. So
Yeah.
listen,
Follow me on TikTok too. Follow me on all social media outlets. Okay.
I was gonna say I'm doing all of that with fingers and all of that stuff, but follow her. Follow her
Follow
on
me.
TikTok and everywhere. All right, y'all. We appreciate you.